Oh, there goes my big moment. So, this is like I said I would do. I'm gonna look at the, just the text and the character Omakes for the new characters from Touhou 19 and the versus text because there's some neat stuff in there. But obviously, that's not gonna take a super large amount of time. So on top of that, we'll also be doing a sorter based on the streamers' predictions for the upcoming Touhou popularity poll, which will be sometime this month, actually. I think it's probably about 2 weeks before it opens, somewhere around that. So the sorter is gonna be based on that. So that ought to be pretty cool. So, in the meantime, here's some cool music. We'll let that play. Okay. And do this. And begin. So first thing we're starting with is the Omakes. So we're on the Touhou Wiki right now. I guess we can start with the prologue. Let's do that first. A result of the markets opening up, all ownership of the ancient land is returned to nothing. Having lost its owners, the land will surely fall into disorder. However, there's nothing to worry about. Naturally, the spirits will come to possess the land and bring back its usual cramped nature. That is, if there are any greedy beasts eyeing it. Now, as you know, chat, there were in fact greedy beasts eyeing it. So, I don't know if there's a difference between the demo Omake and the normal Omake. Well, I'll check out this first. There are no new characters in the trial version, so I'm omitting the character profiles. I didn't have enough time to include explanations for each character's weapons, but I think it'd be much easier to grasp each of them in the finished version. Extra information is some less than obvious mechanics. Nazmin's exorcism aura moves towards whatever spirit enemy is closest. Skill attack wipes out all quelled spirits with a full screen blast. No effect on other types of enemies. Beast spirits. Shooting at a pure spirit sends a beast spirit to the opponent. The type of beast spirit it turns into decides based on the proximity to the player character. Berserk EX special attack. Sometimes when you destroy a large collection of spirits at once, you'll activate an EX special attack or boss attack without using your gauge. Your attack will not level up when activated this way. Revenge level up. Your EX special attacks and boss attacks also level up when you get hit. Story mode CPU. The CPU in story mode will fire boss and EX attacks without using their gauge. After defeating their boss enough times, you win. They'll advance to the next phase faster based on how many boss and EX attacks you fire off, so attack aggressively. Finally, I'd like to extend my gratitude to Unibara Iroka-san, who drew the wonderful boss sprites, and to Ki-san, who drew the wonderful player sprites, beast spirit sprites, and ability card artwork. There you go. There you go. Alrighty, and now the real Omake. Hello, I am Zun. Sure is hot this year. Thanks, Zun. Very informative. This year, news is particularly monopolized. This year's news is particularly monopolized by AI. Oh my god, what? This is okay. Chat, you can't read it. So let me do this. Let me do this for you. I swear, you hold Alt and it should just pull, right? Or is it Control? No, it's not. It's supposed to be Alt. That's supposed to be a shortcut for trimming. And I don't understand why it's not working. Like, now it's working. That doesn't... Okay. That legitimately makes no sense. Is it because... It must be because the filters are on it. I have to remove all the filters. Alright. Well, I mean... 10. That's better. There you go. Now you can actually read it. If you choose to read along. But it doesn't really matter that much. Anyway, back to what I am reading. The things being done with AI generation are one of the answers to the question of efficiency and a natural extension of it. We've already come far enough that if you want to learn something technical, if you're looking up it on the internet, even a child who just started researching can make a super hyper skilled work. And then if that's the case, then you can cut out that redundant internet middleman. You could just make about anything by leaving it all up to an AI. Amazing, skilled, beautiful. An AI could create something worthy of all the praise in mere seconds. Well, at least if you're placing the utmost value on efficiency. When the AI boom got going around last year, I figured in my contrarian way that if AI takes the world by storm, homebrew work will conversely go up in value. and decided making a game that was first and foremost just plain chock full of stuff. That's the game. If AI symbolizes perfection in organicity and end of over means, then the opposing symbol of imperfection, organicity, and the importance of the process would be, in short, living creatures. While humans are all abuzz about AI, the beasts are the ones building a world of mental enrichment and a palpable sense of life. That fantasy is crammed into the game's main theme. And the result is, well, this thing, LOL. It was really cold when I started making this game. I sprinted from there to the finish line with barely any rest, and now that it's done, it's practically boiling outside. Where, oh where did spring go? There really is just so much stuff on the to-do list. Honestly, in exchange, my satisfaction for making it is just as high. For story mode, I kept tweaking things up to the last second. For versus mode, there's no telling how a match might go. I think this is particularly weird and messy work in video game history. Kind you don't see often in recent years. Well, I guess it's certainly the kind of thing an AI wouldn't make, LOL. Truly the work of mangy beasts. In the end, it turns out to be a game that's fun enough for me to marathon it with every character in one go. Many thanks to Unabara Iruka, who drew the boss sprites, updating them until just a moment ago. Key-san, who drew the player sprites, ability cards, and was surprised by how much her own STG skills had improved. Thanks to the help, the game is gorgeous and adorable. Thank you so much. Now, there's a lot of mechanics that aren't adequately explained. Okay. Unlocking versus online. Play through the story until all the characters are unlocked, and the option will become available. These are all informations. Character profiles. They usually write bios of every character in the game, but there's too much time that's around. So the text file is too small to fit all of them. So I'll leave all the returning characters out. The general background is discussed already in story mode. So where is it? Where is it? Where do I read it at? Spinning Oren? You mean, yeah, spinning Chen. Old Chenifer. Where are the character profiles? Where are the profiles? Ability cards? Narumi's ability is just like in the game. I want to see Zenmu's. Oopie. Extra Oni shots gain extra bombs via gauge attacks. Okay, interesting. Okay. Alright. Achievements, which I did not get all of them. Looks like you're pretty focused. Looks like you're awfully focused. Achievement is currently impossible to obtain due to a bug that checks an opponent's no-miss status instead of the player's. Okay. Choosing hard mode has a bitter feeling to it. What amazing focus, Thunder Liger. Former heavyweight wrestler Keiichi Yamada, known as Jushin's Thunder Liger. Cool. Alright. Take me to the Jomake then. Where are the new characters? We have Monkey. Here's the Monkey. Personality, add here. We're not gonna add here. Alright. The Great Sage of Small Sanctuary. Species, Asarugami. Name, Sonbiten. Ability, capable of manipulating wild monkeys. Okay. Has been convinced that she's the second coming of the legendary monkey Sun Wukong. It was assumed that all the ownership against Selkir's land had gone up in smoke, but there was actually one region that authority holding spirit still had on lock, namely the Yamamba's Sanctuary land, an untouchable sanctuary in the Yokai Mountains foothills. While the phantoms that owned the land were going back and forth on whether they should give up their ownership rights, she came along, ate them, and transformed into an Oni. She awakened as an Oni while still having her physical body. At this rate, she would certainly fall into hell and be met with awful torment. Then Yashie Kisho made contact with her under the pretense of preventing her from falling to hell. But in reality, she was used as a foothold for the Kiketsu family's above-ground advance. Yet her introduction to Yashie and the circumstances that led her to eat the phantoms were both Zamu's doing. Was it Sun Wukong who was dancing atop her palm, or the beasts? Neat. She just came over and munchied. Chat, you ever see, you see that image? You see that image? It's like a really beautiful image of Yuko, where like a butterfly lands on her hand and she looks at it and it's like, wow. And then immediately the next panel, she sticks her hand in her mouth and she eats the butterfly. That's what I think of with these spirits. Poisonally. Alright, well from here, You can just go to Inoko. Yes. Yes. Cerberus of Forested Silence. Species Immortal Yamainu. Named Inoko Mitsugashira. Ability capable of manipulating traps. Saki is hyping her up as being just like Cerberus herself, a Yamainu who once ate Zamu's flesh back when Zamu was human. As a result, she is eternally cursed. She lived quietly in the forest of magic, but she never fully awakened despite having a close to eternal lifespan. She spent a long time as a simple beast who was getting on in years, idly waiting for a flame of her life to expire, but one day something called to her from the depths of her heart. It was the voice of the strange monk who had kept laughing even though Inoko ate her flesh. Lucky beast who devoured mine flesh, a beautiful gem lies nearby. Devour it. In response to that voice that made her heart tremble, her latent power awakened. The gemstone was similar to one of the moon's precious orbs which purified life. The moment the beast picked it up, all the impurity around her began to be siphoned away. It seemed that she had become truly immortal. The voice continued, giving her orders. Devour all the beast spirits up here atop the land. However, the strongest beast spirit of all, Saki Kurokoma, met and placated her. The one who introduced Saki to her was also the strange monk Zamu. By the way, her bear trap opens when she splays her hand and snaps shut when she clenches her fist. It's very dangerous. Convenient. So she has full control over those bear traps. I mean, you can see it in her art as well. The closed hand has them closed. The open hand has them, you know. She's neat. She's pretty neat. What else can I really say? Alright, Shiari Tenkajin. Strange creature. Wow, they sure were quick to get her information in there, weren't they? They love her! Monster of tainted organic material. Species Tenkajin. Name Shiari Tenkajin. Capable of manipulating blood and fire. A cursed yokai whose true form is unknown, wreathed in fire and blood. Her true form is said to be that of a Mujina. But everyone who sees her says they can't imagine that's the case. Surface-dwelling humans fear her because she's said to be a chupacabra, but she doesn't like being thought of as a monster with such a weird name. She's a weirdo who feels perfectly comfortable in the former hell of blood pools. She settled down in the former hell of blood pools before Totetsu arrived. She lives off of sucking creatures' bloods, but wasn't satisfied with lukewarm living blood, so she arrived at the former hell of blood pools in search of cursed blood, writhing with resentment. Since the former hell of blood pools was so perfectly suited to her, she's already lost all interest in the surface world. Since she already lived in hell and ate the modern blood pools leftovers, the former hell of blood pools was paradise for her. Very recently, she was informed of Totetsu's presence by Zamu, an old acquaintance of hers. She and Totetsu were very much alike, and they hit it off immediately. According to Totetsu, the beast spirits were currently fighting over territory in the surface world. She had no interest in the surface's land with that war, but as she saw Totetsu's looking forward to it, her blood started heating up. She got an idea. If she allied herself with Zamu, the one who cut off former hell, she could get her hands on even stronger resentment. What a character. What a character. And then Hisami. Hisami Yomutsu. Wow, look at that. Chiari's page is filled the fuck out. No, nobody else's is. Beautiful stalker of hell. Yomutsu Shikomi. Name Hisami Yomutsu. Capable of never letting anything slip through her grasp. A beautiful solicitor for hell who uses sweet words to drag anyone who carelessly approaches hell down into it. She tries to lure people into hell with words, but if her target runs away, she'll chase them to the ends of the earth. If you end up targeted by her, you'll very likely be falling into hell. She apparently receives compensation for each soul she drags to hell. She promises that she'll share the compensation with dead souls and thus lures them in. And she apparently does share the compensation sometimes, so she's not disliked by humans who go to hell. Thanks to her, more spirits fall into hell than otherwise planned, so the Yama is monitoring her. She has a one-sided adoration with Zamu. For Zamu, a strange monk who rules over hell despite being human, but she often gives excessive cooperation to her plans to the point where it tends to get in the way. She's one of the few individuals who doesn't behave according to Zamu's predictions. Yeah, she's a little, she's a little, you know, a little silly character. And then Zanmu Nippaku. King of the silent bliss of nirvana. Look at the size of that Omake. Species human Oni named Zamu Nipaku. Ability capable of manipulating nothingness. An Oni who reached the absolute pinnacle of eccentricity. Eccentricity. What? Eccentricity? Oh, Jesus Christ. She was originally a corrupt monk who distanced herself from all the ways of the world. She lived through the Sengoku period and remembered all the cruelty and stubbornness of the world. As a monk, she was forbidden from killing, but sensed a strong disconnect between that and the Sengoku era culture in which one boasted about the number of heads one had killed. She thought that if there were spirits inside of physical bodies, that count as salvation instead of slaughter, and started absorbing phantoms and beast spirits. She also absorbed some beast yokai spirits, thus discarding her life as a human, but she was wise enough to venture into hell herself before she fell into it. That's crazy. That's crazy lore. He's like, oh, I'm so going to hell when I die. So she went to hell while she was still alive. That is one bad bitch. After falling to hell, her unparalleled abilities and mesmerizing eloquence gained her the trust of the Oni. She herself had transformed to an Oni already, but perhaps they only helped things along. In contrast to most haughty and overpowering Oni, she became an intelligentsia Oni who ruled over hell via dialogue. She was also the one who proposed that they separate former hell, given its age and how paralyzed its functions were, and created a new hell. As a result, there's nobody in former hell who doesn't know Zamu's name. While it may be possible to control unintelligent evildoers with just an overpowering attitude, evildoers with cunning take more finesse. She was very good at pacifying them at such times. Modern hell functioned very well as a safety net for evildoers, and it had her fine sense of balance to thank for that. Now, several hundred years later, the animal realm's beast spirits have set their sights on taking over the surface world, and then whether by coincidence or by necessity, a particular event returned the surface land ownership rights to nothing. It's only a matter of time until the beasts got wind of this and began to march up to the surface. The Hell Oni, who saw this as a threat, began to consolidate her forces as if getting ready to wage war at any moment. If a war between Oni and beasts occurred on the surface, it could quite literally be hell on earth. Zamu remembered the era of warring states. Gensokyo surely had no need for such cruelty. She submitted a request for the Oni to wait in exchange for her taking care of the situation. Then from behind the scenes, she goaded each beast spirit's leader in deploying their troops at the same time. Her plan was to put the groups into a three-way deadlock, have them divide and conquer, and ultimately claim them all for herself. She was well aware of each beast's thoughts. It was simple to make them act exactly as she wished. But she didn't know that there was a human in Gensokyo who gathered support from the yokai. That certainly changed things. There was no reason to give it to those measly beasts. She'd leave Gensokyo in the hands of that human. That human not unlike herself, who had gathered support from all the Oni and beasts. Zamu is a strange character, huh? She's a bit of a strange character. But that bit at the end there is actually related to her ending as well. Zamu mentions that in the ending with Reimu. She didn't know Reimu. She didn't know! She had everything planned out. Anyway, that character kind of a bad bitch, but you already knew that. But anyway, chat. And now the versus dialogues. So, versus anyone. So this is Reimu, okay? Reimu versus anyone. You can't see this. I'm going to need to correct this again, so. Here you go. Hold on, I'll fix it. I can't fix her, but I can fix this. Hold on. Perfect. Burp. No, don't fit. No. I don't know what the song this is. Just trying to make it match, you know? So it's like... It's all the way on the left side of the screen. Oh, this is Trojan Asteroid Jungle. Okay. Okay, understood. Alright, you can read it, chat. That's all that matters. That's pretty much all that matters. But I can put an image on there for you, I guess. Let me see. Let me see what I got. Maybe I got a cool image that I can put on the side for you to just look at. Oh, I was wrong. Just gotta be careful. You never know when my thing's gonna pop. You might see secrets. Production secrets you can't see. Do I have a cool image? This is my favorite image. This is my favorite image. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Alright, here we go. Time to read. Reimu versus anyone. It's ridiculous to think you can try and defeat me. I am the Shrine Maiden here. Hand that over. Reimu versus Reimu. Who are you? Could you imagine playing 10 minutes of versus mode for that line? Versus Marissa. You won't be able to resolve any incidents with this skill. Are you not feeling it today, or were you always such a pushover? Versus Snai. You seem to be enjoying yourself. Versus Ron. How's Yukari been doing? Why would you ask that? Versus On. In the end, Komainu are just beasts, aren't they? Versus Nazarene. A corner mouse could bite the cat. I'll let you off the hook for now. Versus Satan. So you haven't returned to the lunar capital. Guess there's no place for you to go, huh? Versus Orin. Phantoms and animal spirits are bothersome on their own. Don't add vengeful spirits to the list. Versus Tsukasa. I've heard all about your misdeeds. I've heard all about your misdeeds. Well, yeah, but it's not like it means anything. Okay. Don't drink too much while you're in the human village. Mamizo. Yashie. A part of the primate spirit garden was liberated. I see. Fair enough. Ah, flying turtle. Ugh. That brings back some old memories. Ooh, hold on. That's an interesting line. That's a pretty interesting line right there. A flying turtle brings back some old memories. Wow. That's actually kind of unexpected. I think the last time I can recall Zun actually referencing PC98 was in Ian's music room, where he made a comment in Love Color Master Spark about Marissa's PODD theme. That is the only other reference that I can think of. But that's kind of like different, because that's like meta, you know? Like that's his comments of the song. But this is actually in the game. So Reimu is like actually mentioning this. And it's not like... It's not quite like the Alice encounter or the Yuka encounter, you know? This one's a little more like... It's a little more on the nose. Saki. You're so fast, you're making me envious. I should do some running practice. You. Are you Miko's horse? If you're looking for Miko, she's in Senkai. Maybe you should go visit her. Yeah, you really should. Why haven't you yet? That spoon is dirty. It's making me sick. The petroleum eruptions stopped, haven't they? I suppose that was a bit of a waste. Suika. I'm jealous of your gourd. So from the very beginning you wanted to send me to hell to keep me out of your plan. I suppose the Oni knows best, do they? There were a number of references to 5 ellipses. What would those be? Please share with the class. Share those number of references with the class. The sanctuaries are where the Yamamba are, right? You know about that Nemono lady? Surprisingly. I don't know anything about Yamamba territory, though. You got ditched by Zambu, didn't you? Well, I guess you can come hang out at my place. El Reimu the Benevolent One. Inoko. Those bear traps, aren't they dangerous? Chiari. I remember the Chupacabra being talked about sometime long ago. Oh yeah, isn't one being kept at the Scarlet Devil Mansion? Yeah, it's Tupai. The little fella. Hisami Yomotsu. That mask is to protect against infection. Oh, I see. Infection from what? Zamu. You're always sitting down. Do you get tired easily? You gotta stop having banquets at my shrine so often. Alright. Did they actually see it? I can't remember how that, chapter went. I know that they were looking for it, and they found it, but I can't remember who was present to actually see the thing, and then, like, it never showed up again. It never showed up again. Alright, and now... Take me back. And now... Daze script. Wompa 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 wompa. Alright. That's in Japanese. I can't read that. Versus anyone. Yeesh! That was unsatisfying. That was a piece of cake. Wanna go again? Versus Reimu. Hey, what's wrong? Are you getting enough sleep? This incident seems pretty tricky this time around. Marissa. Ah, that's enough shadow boxing. Snai. That fox sure has settled into your shrine recently. That's true. Why is that? Tsukasa's just hanging out at the Moria shrine now. Tupai is a chupacabra, though a tupai is what they thought it was. Wait, that's how it was? I thought it was called tupai, and they thought it was a chupacabra, but it's because it actually was a tupai. Was that not what it was? Jeez, I barely remember that chapter. I don't even remember what book that was a part of. It's either Wildhorn Hermit or Forbidden Scrollery, but I actually don't remember. It was just a weird one-off chapter. It's like the Gobos. Where am I? Ron, isn't it hot with all those tails? On, aren't those decorations on your ears heavy? Decorations? Decorations? Those are I mean, I guess. Huh. I guess those aren't her ears. They're decorations. They look, well, I mean, she is a, she is a rock, right? She is a rock. Aren't those decorations on your ears heavy? How heavy? So, I guess she's wearing accessories? She doesn't even have a tail here. Interesting. Interesting. I never really thought of that, but I guess those aren't, like, her ears. Nazrin, you have the eyes of a treasure hunter. I know what that's like. Satan, it looks like you've taken a shine to Earth. Ain't that right? If you got nowhere to settle on Earth, how about the Forest of Magic? Everyone there is a reject, so it's a cozy place for strays. She only has her tail sometimes. She's a weird character, I suppose. Orin, you're pretty carefree for someone just chasing down phantoms. Tsukasa, you look like a wannabe scientist. I really like that tail of yours. It's so lively. Mamizo, come to think of it, I don't see any Tanuki spirits around. Yashie, I heard the Kiketsu family is still as sharp as ever. Is it really? Saki, huh? Did I shoot your hat or something? Oh, she actually comments on her damaged heart where the hat has like a clean hole through it. Yuma, man, now that the fight's over, I'm starting to get hungry. Suika, you gotta take off those shackles. They're no excuse for losing. B10. Oh, that thing in your hand, is that the legendary golden hairband? It can't be. Why is there, I don't know, there's an additional thing there. Inoko, keep posing like that and you'll mess up your back. I saw you around the forest a bunch, but I never would have guessed you were immortal. Ah, my investigation into that jewel is going well. As far as that Oni's tools go, it's one of the easier ones to figure out. Yeah, I remember that. Marissa kept trying to mess with the tool to figure out how it worked, and she kept getting transported to hell, and Zamu was like, what is this chick doing? Okay. Alright. Alright. Chiara, you got the same indoorsy smell that I have. What the? Hisami, you said you're a Shikome, but you're not ugly at all. Well, thank you, Marissa. Zamu, even an Oni can't compete with my lasers. Guess you were all talk, huh? Marissa beating Zamu in a match. Yeah. 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 Oh, I'm back on the... Okay, I got it. Snai scripts. Bad England. I did it! Versus Reimu. Please get a hold of yourself. You can't protect Gensokyo like that. Marissa. There's a lot of beast spirits in the beast yokai in the forest, right? Versus Snai. Ah, my hair's ruined! Now, okay, chat. That right there, that seems like a nothing statement, and it could be a nothing statement, but the fact that Sanai's hair has just changed every iteration she shows up in makes you wonder. There might be a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek nature to this response of her seeing herself. You know, it's possible. It's possible. You had to ask Zun. You gotta ask Zun. It's always different, though, every game. So it's kind of funny for her to fight herself and have a comment about that. Versus Ron. Is Chen in the paper you're holding? Is that how it works? So convenient. It's just like Poi Poi capsules. I don't know what that is. On. Our shrine's Komino turned into a yokai. What to do? That's not yours. That's Reimu's. Nazrin. I don't think the mountains gave birth to a mouse. Like, not this time anyway. Seidan. I want to eat dongo. Was it your friend that makes the dongo? No, Seidan makes it too. It's just not as flavorful. Oren. It's been bothering me for a while. What do you do with the corpses you gather? Speaking of, how did that story about the vengeful spirits go? Oh. Tsukasa. Please don't hang around the shrine like you own the place. Mamizo. Isn't smoking too much tobacco bad for you? Sake too, for that matter. Yeah, you goddamn goody-goody. Hold on. Spaghetti. Certified hood classic. Yashie. Your long tail, it keeps hitting my face. Yeah. Saki. What happened to your back? Oh, that's your hair and tail. It wasn't feathers. What? Yuma. Wow, I feel like I've seen you in a video game before. You're a mini-demon from Japan's favorite RPG. What are you talking about, girl? What are you talking about? Suika. We're not running an izakaya, you know. Son biten. Japanese maki have short tails. Where did you come from, Miss Monkey? Pretend do you not have a home? Would you like to live under our sacred tree? Oh, it's Dragon Quest. Makes sense. Dragon Quest is very, very popular in Japan. Inoko. The bear trap snaps when you make a fist? We can't shake hands then. Chiari. Yeah, good luck, Chupacabra. Kisami. I can't tell if you're trying to hide your face or not. Zamu. Are you hauling that rock around with you just to look high and mighty? So now you're out here asking the real questions. You're just taking that with you? Next is Ron. Ingles. I did it! Reimu. If you were stronger, they wouldn't have had to send me out. Marissa. I see. Could the raging animal spirits have affected Marissa's ribbon as well? Oh, wow. Okay, there's a comment on her, There's a comment on her ribbon looking like cat ears. Interesting. Snai. I recommend you keep a close eye on that fox hanging around your shrine. Ron. That should be enough Shikigami practice for now. On. They should have built a fox statue at the Hakude shrine instead of a Komainu. Nazrin. What can you even detect with those rods? Something about this smells unscientific. Seidan. Have you ever been to the Forest of the Lost? You'll find other moon rabbits who fled from the lunar capital there. What? Huh? Thanks for the huge fucking lore dump in a random wing quote against Seidan. There's more of them? You'll find other moon rabbits who fled from the lunar capital. Oh, Forest of the Lost. What the fuck is that translation? Not Forest of Magic. But why is she pluralizing it? Other moon rabbits. There's only one, though. There's only one. Also, Forest of the Lost is a weird, it's a weird one. I thought Racing was the only moon rabbit who was down there. That's what it seemed like she said talk about, right? It's definitely referring to the Bamboo Forest of the Lost, yes. Because there's no other place where the moon rabbits who fled the lunar capital would be, right? She isn't referring to Racing, but the fact that it's pluralized other moon rabbits, not another moon rabbit, you know? Unless Ringo's there, too. I have no idea. Interesting. I don't know. Oren. Thank you on Chen's behalf. I see you play with her all the time. Thanks to you, she's become quite good at playing with corpses. Yep. Tsukasa. Among us foxes, you tube foxes are a low-class, vulgar lot. Mamizo. A tanuki and a fox competing in deception. It sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it? Yashie. Deer, turtle, snake, whatever sort of yokai you are, you're half-baked. Damn. Saki. Wouldn't a horse with wings be a worse runner? Yuma. Everything in moderation. If you gorge yourself, you got nothing but failure ahead of you. Sika. You've been visiting the village quite a lot recently. Lady Yukari is keeping an eye on you. Hey, what exactly was that trap you mentioned? Biten. Isn't that staff of yours about to snap in two? Inoko. Look, those bear traps are awakening my feral instincts. Chiari. Is it true that you're a chupacabra? I thought you were a tenkajin. Oh, Ron knows. Hisami. Your wild grapes have a delightful bitterness to them, don't you think? Zammu. You have the same smell as Suika. Have you been bathing properly? Well, that was just a shot at Suika. Damn. Okay. Damn, Ron called her stinky. I mean, I guess that's fair. All she does is sit around, drink booze. Unscript. This is un. Versus anyone. Yay, this was fun. Wow, I won in no time at all. Damn, alright. Was Miss Rama really taking this seriously? Are you getting weaker? Because I'm always seeing you just idling around the shrine. Marissa. Living in the forests of magic, you really are an oddball. Snai. Frogs always gather around me in the summers. I have no idea why. Ron. Someone visited my place by mistake the other day. I gave them some fried tofu. On. Hey partner, how you holding up? Hee, my two faces are an open secret. I guess actually On could actually have a battle against herself. There's two Ons after all. Nazarin. Hey, you stole from the offering box the other day. What? Nazarin? I'll file a report to Bishamoten. What do you mean? She stole from the box. What did she steal? There's nothing in there. Seiren, that was great. I want to see the lunar capital someday. Orin, thank you for your hard work hauling corpses. Sukasa, there are foxes in those glass tubes. Really? You've been doing whatever you please lately. That guy who possessed me the other day, were they one of yours? Oh, wait a minute. So the fox that was... I thought the fox directing On was Sukasa. I guess it wasn't. I guess it was just another tube fox in general. Maybe one of Sukasa's boys or something. Mamizo, Tanuki are always taking it easy. I'm envious. Yashie, I heard you were really smart, but I'm not sure I believe that. Nope. Thank you very much for last time. Can you tell which one I am today? Damn. Yashie got fucking humbled. Saki. Are you really that fast a runner? Let's have a race sometime. Yuma. Hee, is that a spork? You look like a little kid. Seika. You're not an animal, are you? I thought this was supposed to be a festival for animals. Bitten. What's with you? You have fries wrapped around your body? Okay, well, On gets it. Inoko. Wow, that's so cool. You have 3 whole tails. Chiari. You look a little hungry. Would you like some fried tofu? Hisami. You smell just like incense sticks. Smells like sadness. Zammu. Alright, my horns are longer. I win. Horns? You mean she only has 1 horn, though. 1 horn. Nazarin. Alright. Ingle. Oh! When it comes to Danmaku, a slight build is an advantage. If you've gotten that incompetent, then this world is doomed. There's nothing but garbage in your offering box. Let me take care of that for you. Oh, this is why she took from the offering box. She was doing recycling. Your yin-yang orbs rolled under the shrine's floor. Make sure you pick them up once we're done here. That actually happened in Sengetsusei, chat. In the chapter in Sengetsusei, the 3 fairies embarked to try and find, like, a divine object or something like that. So they go around and they look, and one of them finds a yin-yang orb under the floorboards. And they're all, like, junk, and then they're like, oh, okay, we'll get rid of them, whatever. And then, Kosen goes to pick up the orb, and then it, like, attacks her, essentially. Her arm disintegrates, and she's like, oh shit, they found a real one. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. So that happened in Sengetsusei. So I guess Nazarin It happens frequently. Nazarene found it there as well. Marissa, that house of yours, they call it a dump, but I can tell it's a treasure hoard. I can tell you're a kindred spirit. I'll give you a discount on my item finding service. In return, show me some of your magic items. Snai. Doesn't seem like you lose things that often, but not because you're methodical, right? Ron, huh? Where'd that cat in the red clothes go? On. I heard there are Komainu who look alike. Rats in the outside, who look like rats in the outside world. What's the difference between you and a Shisa? It's a good question, Nazarene. I do not have the answer. Today was another great success. I found lots of gemstones within the Danmaku. Seidan, what's that red stuff on your mallet? Ooh. Oh, Nazarene, it's purple! It's purple! It was changed from red. It was too much. Orin, I told you I don't do well with cats, understand? The only mouse who isn't scared of cats is Jerry Mouse. That's the only one. Ain't no fucking way she said that. Ain't no way. I could buy it. I could buy it. Little Jerry action. Tsukasa. Ah, it seems like you're a fellow big-eared recluse. Mamizo, those Tanuki are always bossing around. They keep getting in the way of my work. That jewel is bad news, you understand? I don't care what the reward is. I'm out. Yashie, isn't your tail a little too long? No, I don't want to be part of your group. Saki, I think the carnivorous Keiga family is run by a herbivore. It's kind of admirable. Oh. Yeah, I guess I never really thought of that, huh? Yeah. I mean, I know she's a horse and all, but like, I don't know, it never really occurred to me that she would still follow like a horse's diet. She's a herbivore. Cool. She doesn't eat meat. She still drinks. That's not meat though. Meanwhile, Yuma over here, big sippy. Eh? You live in the former hell of blood pools? Are you a moron? Suika Ibuki. I beat the Oni, though I'm pretty sure it's because she was drunk. Biten. Huh, so monkey yokai are a real thing. I didn't know that. Inoko. Ah, that jewel on your chest is... It's a teleporter trap. Gotta keep my hands off it and run. Chiari. Ah, it's Chiari. It's been a while. Looks like you aren't holed up in the blood pools anymore. Hisami. You're from New Hell? Yeah, sure. I guess you look the part. Zamu. Ah, even Miss Zamu's out treasure hunting while the incident's going on. My treasure sense is picking up a reading from that rock. There's treasure in that rock. The one that she carries around with her. Seidan. England. Okay. Okay. The earth is brimming with impurity and excitement. This brings me back to the lunar capital. How depressing. To be honest, an aspect of a character's like dietary choices has never ever once been relevant as far as I can tell. I know Byakuren is a vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat and she does not drink alcohol. She's very clean on that front. But I haven't really thought of it. I mean, a character like Ruma and a character like Yuma, good names by the way, they're definitely, you know, it's more fair to say they're, you know, everyone's like omnivorous. But when you look at those, you think carnivore, you know what I mean? I've seen what Rumia looks like. Like, I've seen the look in Rumia's eye when she looks at a cabbage. She looks at a cabbage with just sadness. So maybe she is purely carnivorous. She's never had a vegetable in her life. This brings me back to the lunar capital. How depressing. Gensokyo is so fun. I want to meet even stronger people. Back in the day, you fought Lady Orihime in the lunar capital and got torn to shreds, right? Even now, us moon rabbits are still talking about it. Well, so are us, on the other side of the screen. It is one of the most controversial moments in the entirety of Touhou canon. Even Sailor knew, though. All the moon rabbits know about the Shrine Maiden who got whooped by Yorihime. Marissa, those lasers look like they could even reach the moon. On the moon, there are panels that reflect lasers coming from Earth. Try aiming at those next time. What? Snai. I'm feeling much stronger in purity from the Moria Shrine compared to the Hakude Shrine. Ah, that Ringo fellow said she wanted to start a Dango stall at the Moria Shrine sometime. What do you mean that Ringo fellow? That's such a unfamiliar way to refer to her. I figured they were... Oh, I mean, I guess they don't have to be friends just because they were in the same game, but they're definitely put together a lot. She wanted to start a Dango stall at the Moria Shrine sometime, so what the fuck is she doing right now? Ron, you really scared me there. I knew it. Earth is awesome. On. What? That shrine maidens always like that at the shrine? Ew. We fellow animals should get along well. Why not give me a tour of the shrine sometime? After what you just said? I believe Seiden's a foot soldier and Ringo's in charge of intelligence. So, like, I don't remember the details, though, on their respective roles. But either way, they both failed, and so they didn't go back to the moon. But Ringo, I don't think Ringo was a high enough, like, rank. Was she a high enough rank to know the true nature of their mission? I don't remember. They're kind of like irrelevant characters, you know? Where am I? Nazrin. Jules, sorry, I don't know anything about that. Cancel my jewel request. I got it back from another case. Seiden, what is everyone in the capital up to this time? Where's Raisin anyway? I'm sure she's doing well. So Seiden knows Raisin. I mean, if they saw each other until 15, of course, she knows Raisin, but... Moon rabbits had the ability to communicate telepathically with other moon rabbits, right? But I don't think Raisin can hear them anymore. I think she's too long gone. But I don't remember if that was actually like canon or I'm like confusing that with a doujin I read. Pretty sure it was canon. Alright. All moon rabbits are cannon fodder. The moon rabbits are not considered by the Lunarians to be on the same like level as Lunarians. So yes, they're treated as expendable bodies to throw at a problem. The Lunarians are not very nice. Rin, that harsh scent of death, from where did you crawl out of? Tsukasa, 2 foxes are really good at finding lost items. I don't think it's been mentioned. Are you sure? Are you sure? Thank you so much about that thing with the jewel. A very high price. Took a lot of work, you know. That was Orin. Wait, what? Where am I? That says versus Rin. That shouldn't be Rin, right? Rin Tsukasa. Why is Rin there again? Yeah, that's supposed to be Nazrin. The fuck? Mamizo. The leader of the Baka Tanuki has magic that relies on the moon. Yashie. What a clever yokai, as if the Lunarians are just like you. Saki. Ooh-ah, so agile. You exceed rabbits and... Hey, don't do that. Do what? Do what? What's she doing? Yuma. You look like a yokai who has some beef with the Lunarians. Both of you would absolutely fight each other. Suika. You drink sake with Dango? Ah, well, huh. Pretend. So you're a monkey from Sacred Grounds, yes? I heard your birthplace can be used as a passageway to the lunar capital. That's why it's called a sacred ground. Well, that's interesting information, isn't it? Enoko. You turned that trap into a proper weapon? That jewel is much stronger than mine. Chiari. So there's yokai covered in that much impurity. Hisami. Masks are really good for hygiene, but what's the point if it doesn't cover your mouth? Zamu. If you fancy... I'm envious of how Hell Oni do things more energetically than the Lunarians. I'm sure Seiden is happy. Seiden is happy to be in Gensopo. I'm choosing to believe that anyway. It's better this way. I did it! The Great Phantasmagoria Release Festival, the best! So you don't have to solve the incident. Marissa, I warned you. Curiosity killed the cat. Snai, tell Kaneko something from me. Vengeful spirits are starting to get interested in her fusion reactor. Interested in her fusion reactor. Ooh. That is interesting. Ron, let me take care of Chen for ya. On. What's it like having 2 bodies as one person? That's probably very hard to manage. Nazrin, you don't have to be so skittish, you know? You and me, we're former hell buddies. They were buddies! They were friends! Satan, you said you can smell death? That's a good smell, right? Orin, huh? Maybe my eyes are hazy. I feel like I'm beside myself. Tsukasa, your tail looks so lively, so easy to get caught up in. She has a nice tail. Mamizo, I'm pretty familiar with animals, so I won't be fooled so easily, especially not by a transforming tanuki. Yashie, whoa, it's a chimera! You look even more like one than that Nue gal. Wow, a little Nue mention. Nue has not been seen or heard from in years. Saki, oh yeah, Totetsu said you were a meathead. It's pretty funny, that's the only part of you that's horse-like. What? No, her legs. She's got good leg, like horse leg, you know? She give good kick. Yuma, you did pretty good. That was for trapping me the other day. It was all because of you that I got into that fight. Suika, these ornaments dangling from your chain, my feline instincts can't resist them. Oh, little foxtail situation. Biten, hey you consumed some weird phantom, right? Inoko, dangerous. What are you trying to catch with those traps? Chiari, you okay with going outside, especially with all those people? Hisami, there's that Yomotsu Shikomi. You how really don't skip on security. Zamu, long time no see, even though you don't remember me. Long time no see, even though you don't remember me. Everybody in Former Hell knows her. It's amazing how many friends Orin has. I mean, she is very cheerful. I'm just surprised at how many people she runs into in the game, and it's like, oh, they're friends. Like, they know Orin. She gets around. Tsukasa. I did it! Reimu. The more you struggle, the more I gain. Yeah, I don't think killing you is feasible. Plans cancelled. Marissa. Oh, you're interested in these test tubes? I can lend them to you if you pay the fee. Snai. Some strange yokai came to the Moria shrine, so I had to drive them away. Ron. My oh my. It's her ladyship the Ninetails. Whatever could you want from a mere commoner like me? Han. I'd much rather have borrowed the Hakude shrine, but you were taking up space over there already. Nazrin. Your treasure hunt isn't a real job anyway, so I won't interfere. Satan. The moon might be closer than I thought. I should try going there myself. To tell you the truth, that lunar jewel was a disappointment. Orin. These are vengeful spirits, not phantoms or animal spirits? No, I don't have any more vacancies. Tsukasa. I appreciate your effort trying to mimic me. Mamizo. My oh my, it's the Tanuki boss lady herself. Should I go easy on you next time? Damn, she's got some sass directed towards Mamizo and Ron, huh? Yashie. From what I've seen, the weak point of the Hiketsu family is the dullness of the other otters. Am I wrong? Miss Yashie, I sent the tube fox as you requested. Saki. In the end, I think the Keiga family who can only rampage violently are the most beastly of them all. You misunderstand, I believe the Keiga family has the best chance of taking control of the surface. Yuma. I'm not so comfortable with genuine brutality. What? She's got no teeth. What are you scared of? Suika. What have you been up to behind the scenes? Maybe you could share your story with me. Biten. That staff has the same smell as my test tubes. I can't believe you suspect me, your boss's partner. How could you do something so awful? Inoko. Say, what's that jewel hanging from your neck? Chiari. You've been pretending to be a chupacabra, but you're really a tenkajin, right? Usami. I've been studying how to escape you. I just need to throw a comb. That's part of the lore, right, chat? That's part of the Izanagi lore? I assume as much. That's probably how Izanagi got away from her. Chucked a comb at her. If we tube foxes can be of any use to you in any way, please do get in contact with me. Your recent request wasn't possible after all. Please allow me to cancel. They do have long hair, so they distract it. Yuma's teeth are non-canon. I know, I saw the interview. Yuma's initial design did not have sharp teeth. They were added. And then, Zun didn't have them. But they're in the sprites made by the guy from Twilight Frontier. I choose to believe that Yuma's teeth are canon. I won't hear it any other way. I don't need bleeding gums Yuma, okay? I want big, sharp, funny teeth. It's a huge part of her character for me. You're not taking it away. I won't let you. It's mine. Mamizo. Yay. Reimu. What are you doing losing to little old ladies? You're not going to get that incident resolved like that. Marissa. That laser's a bit bright, no? Canon only designs. But it is canon. Because it was in an official game. It is canon. Come on now. She's got them teeth. She can bite your finger clean off. Snai. Ah, right. I've been trying not to smoke in front of you. My bad, my bad. Ron. Oh, so the fox is on the move too. No way I'm gonna let her beat me. On. I'm guessing you're the one. I'm guessing you're the one. I'm guessing you're the or maybe the Which one are you again? Ooh. Nazarene. Bullying such a tiny animal just makes me feel guilty. Satan. Let those Lunarians know that I'm really grateful for that full moon of theirs. Oren. Gathering up corpses isn't a bad thing, but surely you shouldn't go going around making more of them. Tsukasa. It's a real shame, Tube Fox. We're awfully similar, you know that? Mamizo. If you're gonna mimic me, make sure you mimic my strength too. Yashie. When it comes to folks from the animal realm, you're about as sensible as they come. Saki. How about you go and visit Toyosato Mimi no Miko? I can take you to her if you want. So 2 characters talk about Miko to Saki. Yuma. You might have the most magical power in the animal realm, but you're nowhere near the best leader in those parts. Suika. Is it over? If it's over, then I want to drink some sake. That's right, I'll be waiting for you at Sanshoku Geronte. B10. The heck, you say you were born from a stone? You gotta be kidding me. Inoko. That weapon you got there is really unique. Come on, let me see you chomp on my tail with it. Chiari. Oh, but isn't the Chupacabra? You've been the talk of the town lately. Eh? You're not a Chupacabra? You're a Tenkajin? The heck's a Tenkajin? A little blood-sucking beast yokai. Ain't that just a Chupacabra? Hisami. Don't want to get sunburned, huh? But it's not like they get any sunlight in hell. Zamu. Actually, you've got a lot in common with this other Oni I know real well. It's over. There is no more Mamizo. Yashie. I won! I captured the Hakone Shrine. My victory is almost certain. Marissa. A human magician could never hope to defeat me. Snai. Why are there 2 shrines? Just how many shrines are there? Good question. Ron. Why, if it isn't Ron? Do you remember me? It's Yashie. Also, everyone knows Ron. I bet Ron was real popular in the animal realm. I mean, she had to be well known, because if she's strong enough to be Yukari Shikigami, then she probably was pretty damn strong. Yuma knew her, but Ron didn't run into the other ones, did she? She ran into Yuma, though. So Yashie did know her. On. If I could only deal with this pest, then the Hakone Shrine would be up for grabs. Nazarene. You're quite the shrewd rat, aren't you? You could prove useful. Satan. Did you truly come from the lunar capital? I find that hard to believe. Orin. You collect corpses as a hobby. I must say you'd get along well with Totetsu. Tsukasa. Ho ho, a tube fox. You'd be put to much better use away from the fighting. Mamizo. Oh, I know. Keeping incompetent subordinates in line is a struggle. Yashie. Oh my, has my tail grown a touch longer? Saki. You shouldn't be this weak. Is everything alright? Are you ill? Yuma. Your movements are far too sluggish, Yuma. Did you overeat? Sika. You hadn't been seen in a while, Sika Ibuki, so you were in Gensokyo this whole time. Biten. That golden ring on your head, it's only for decoration, isn't it? You are a monkey born from a stone, yes? Don't forget your cover story. Inoko. What? Those bear traps are supposed to be extra heads? Aren't you taking the gimmick too far? Chiari. Where in the world did Yuma find such a strange yokai? Hisami. I'm just a bit envious of your stature. What you mean? What you mean? Zamu. Lady Zamu, did you play around a little too much, perhaps? What does she mean by stature? Stature? What's she mean? Saki. Well, chat, this was supposed to be a quick thing, but it's been an hour. So, wow. So, you know what that means. The post It'll be 9 o'clock by the time I'm done here. I don't have time for anything more. Sorry. Our prediction stream is getting moved. It's getting moved to next week. Oops. Saki wins. Yes! Reimu. That all you got? I won't settle for such a pushover, Reimu. Marissa. Your fighting style isn't so bad. It's honest and straightforward. Snai. You might be strong for a human, but that's all. You're still way too weak for me. Ron. Hey you. You lived in the animal realm way back when, right? On. Uncle Manu, huh? Never seen a dog like that in the animal realm. Nazarene. A small target is hard to hit. Take advantage of that and you're sure to get stronger. Satan. I heard a legend once that the beast yokai tried to invade the moon a long time ago. But that's just a legend, though. No, that's true. I didn't know, well, I mean, it wasn't just beast yokai. That was Yukari's first invasion of the moon, where it was a catastrophic failure. Orin. If you want corpses that badly, how about I make one for you right now? Tsukasa. Of course, a lowly yokai like you would do dirty work for money. Mamizo. Wait, was that the head tanuki from the outside world? Oh, golly, please excuse me, ma'am. Golly. Yasie. Weak! If you're that weak, you may as well die. Saki. I don't know who you are, but don't think you're any match for me. Yuma. The Yuma I know can't be that pathetic. You a kitsune or a tanuki? Leave, you counterfeit. Suika. Madam Suika. I see you're living in Gensokyo now. Biten. Using such a fragile weapon, have you ever been in a real fight before? Inoko. Such a powerful weapon, you're pretty much the Cerberus of the forest. Chiari. A chupacabra! Seeing what means there's happiness in my future, right? Hisami. Ugh, you chased me all the way out here? I didn't think anyone could match my getaway sprint. Zamu. Lady Zamu, please bless my Kega family with your pure power. Nothing too crazy in that one. She has a vague recollection of Ron's existence. Okay. Yuma. I won! Reimu. Naturally, I never lose. Hey, do you think Okina can be trusted? No. Marissa. If you don't want to get eaten, fetch me some mushrooms. Snai. For a friend of Reimu's, you seem pretty flaky. I heard you were the ones who built on top of the old blazing hell. That made things a lot easier for me. Ron. Oh, Ron, what have you been up to? Let's have a chat. On. The aura of your other half is always wafting from you. Nazarene. You're so small you wouldn't make much of a meal. Satan. The Earth's not nearly as beautiful as you think. 80% of it is made up of resentment and death. Orin. Are you doing your job properly? I'm still finding dead people all over the place. Tsukasa. Are you trying to run away from me? It's okay, you don't have to be scared. Mamizo. Oh, you were going to treat me to some sake. As expected, old yokai know the score. Yashie. Hey, this isn't like you, Yashie. Give me one good hit from the rear. Go ahead, kick my ass. Saki. What the hell, Sake? Saki, have you let yourself go this bad? I'm still far from satisfied. Yuma. What the? I must have eaten something weird. Ha ha ha. Suika. That gourd of yours that makes infinite sake. Hand it over for a minute. With a gourd that makes infinite sake, I could drink infinitely. Let's challenge the laws of the universe. Biten. Those accessories on the hem of your skirt, they look kind of tasty. Inoko. Seems you have some bad meat. I heard from our mutual acquaintance. Chiari. Don't just stay holed up in the old hell of blood pools, you need to go out more. Hisami. I'd rather not get on your bad side. It'd be trouble if you started tailing me. Zamu. Hey, I'm getting hungry. Aren't you gonna offer me something? I like how with Zamu and Suika, Saki and Yasie mind their manners, but Yuma just don't give a fuck. She's raw. Sika. I won. Reimu. No matter what you do, there's no point in us talking if you're weak. Zamu's utterly depraved, you know. If you just charge in, she'll eat you alive. Marissa. That's no way to fight. If you don't want to die, then get stronger. Snai. The gods of the Moria Shrine are cruel, offering up this kid to an Oni. Ron. Who is controlling you right now? Yukari? Or is it you? Or is it yourself? That's a good question. Ron and her free will. Ever the question. On. You can come at me with both your bodies if you want. I won't mind. Nazarene. You're pretty good at this, rat. Well, by the standards of rats, I mean. Satan, there are no Oni in the lunar capital. So you scared yet? Orin. Hey, Orin, is the incident affecting former hell too? Everybody knows Orin. Orin is the most outgoing extrovert in the entirety of former hell. Fucking everyone knows her, and she knows everyone. That's great. I love that. I love how she's out and about. Social butterfly that she is. Tsukasa, don't you even think about possessing me. Mamizo, frankly, you Tanuki don't have a role to play here. Yashie, so you Kiketsu guys call yourselves outstanding Oni. You must really admire us. Saki, you think your power is top-notch, do ya? Why don't you check it out how it compares to mine? You think your speed is top-notch, do ya? Why don't you check out how it compares to mine? Oh, she's gone. She's preposterously fast. Yuma, you want to have a drink from the Ibuki gourd? You, with your infinite stomach. Infinity can contain the infinite. In other words, you'll drink all my sake. I refuse. Okay. Suika, no more. I drank too much. Bitem, I do miss the old days of just playing around with Moonki sometimes. Inoko, oh, it was you. She's got all kinds of things stashed away, doesn't she? Chiari, even in hell there are a few people as cursed as you. Hisami, if you're too weak, everyone will just break out of hell. Zamu, hey, don't get so cocky. Wow, that's a lame finisher line. Alright, now the new characters. Starting with Moonki. I did it! Reimu, I am the Sanctuary's great sage, heaven's equal. Just kidding. Marissa, that firepower is good, but you'd be stronger if you had a bit more finesse. Snai, the Moria Shrine Maiden can't do anything by herself. The rumors she was dumber than a monkey were true. Snai, if you keep acting like that, you'll be treated like crap again. Ron, what's the point of having a bunch of tails if you can't even grab things like that? On, dogs are my natural enemy. Whether you're a dog or not is up for debate. Sorry about the other day, I promise I'll make it up to you. Mazarin, seeking or fighting, shouldn't you pick one and stick to it? Satan, sounds nice. I'd love to go to Lunar Capital. I prefer that over going to Tianzu. Orin, what? What are you collecting all those corpses for? Tsukasa, sneaking around and possessing people, isn't that a bit cowardly for a yokai to do? Mamizo, do you think this rod can lengthen? Look, do you see it now? It can't get longer. Yashie, as expected, Miss Yashie, you've lost on purpose, didn't you? Saki, haha, the best speedster in the animal realm. Is that all you've got? Yuma, oh, are you hungry? It's still green, but would you like a persimmon? Suika, hey, I finally defeated an Oni. Biten, yay, my alter ego training was a success. Inoko, there's no mistaking it. That's a dog. I'm not good with dogs. Chiari, what the? I heard you were a creepy yokai, but you're just kind of weird. Hisami, would you like to eat bamboo shoots from the yokai mountain? Zamu, it feels good to exterminate Oni. I can see why so many heroes are into it. Powerful. Inoko. I did it! Almost done, chat. Almost done. Reimu. It's the Hakone Shrine Maiden. I'll make her into a chew toy. Marissa. That crying little girl. Time sure flies. How's your investigation into that gem going? You're the only one I can count on. Snai. Are you a mountain Shrine Maiden? Let's shake hands as a sign of friendship. Ron. I've lost in number and in fluffiness both. On. What? You're a dog too? Are you kidding me? Nazarin. Bummer. Those bear traps are for large animals. Satan. I heard that rabbits don't really like carrots. Is that true? Orin. Don't worry, you got bitten, but it won't kill you too quickly. Tsukasa. Huh? Are you interested in this jewel? How about you take a closer look then? Spirit transversion. No. Mamizo Futatsuiwa. Your Tanuki are so easy to trap. Tell them to be more careful. Yashie. I thought a matriarch would look older and more dignified. Saki. Lady Saki, I'm still good for more training. Shall we continue? Yuma, isn't that spoon filthy? Are you trying to give yourself a stomach ache? Suika, ah, you've got them too. We can be shackle sisters. Mid-10, what? Just because we're dogs and monkeys doesn't mean we have to hate each other. Hey, you're also Lady Zamu's. Let's be friends forever. Friendship. Inoko. What? Is this an illusion created by my own weakness? Oh, it was a mirror. Chiari. Those clothes? What does the writing say? Huh. So it's a major brand in hell. Hisami. Can you see anything with that mask on? Oh, you steered me wrong last time. One more fight. Zamu. Huh, I've slain an Oni. Is it really supposed to be that easy? Consider that ass kicked. Now it's time for Chiari. I won! Reimu. This is who's been keeping everyone in line? Is the surface really gonna be okay? Marissa. You should try to get in more exercise. Your blood's all syrupy. Ew. Ew! Snai. There's snake venom that'll destroy your very blood, so take care around your relatives. Ron. How come you're the only one who gets a cat to help you? That's not very fair. On. Have a look, there's nothing suspicious about me, so just let me in the Hakone Shrine already. Nazarin. Oh, Naz, long time no see. You still looking for something? Satan. Grr, she's blatantly avoiding me. Do I really smell that bad? That smell? Are you really just pounding berries in your pestle? Orin. Having fun collecting corpses, Orin. Tsukasa. There's a tremendous amount of wicked thoughts sticking to you. You're going straight to hell for sure. Mamizo. Eh? There's a bounty on the Chupacabra? This Chupacabra? Where and who is it? Yashie. Totetsu told me you just put on an act of being a psychopath. She says you're weak because you still have kindness in your heart. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, we got some lore. We have some lore. You put on an act of being a psychopath. She says you're weak because you still have kindness in your heart. Interesting. Interesting. So you can fix her! I knew it! Saki. Totetsu told me you take being a one-man army way too far. She says you're weak because no one ever tells you what not to do. That's what Totetsu says about you. Yuma. Totetsu, are we really gonna try and take over the world? Suika. Whoa, sake's pouring out instead of blood. Oh my god. Oh, the blood alcohol content level. What the... Wow. Bit 10. Were the Sanctuary Phantoms tasty? Inoko. You done something pretty nuts. You're a real animal. Chiari. To a shut-in, talking to yourself is a two-way conversation. Hisami. Hey, God Gal, where you taking me today? Zamu. They all still hold a grudge against you back in former hell. There's still kindness in her heart, huh? Hisami. Scary lady time. Versus Reimu. You're always welcome here. Marissa. If you exploit magic to prolong your life, there won't be many options for you when you die. Snai. Do you hate hell? If so, then losing to me would be a bit. Ron. You think beasts can't go to hell? I'm afraid you're wrong. On. You're a divine dog. Bringing you to hell would be difficult. Nazarin. Of course you're welcome here. Enjoy treasure hunting in hell to your heart's content. Satan. You're this eager to bathe in impurity. You're a remarkable Lunarian. Or former Lunarian, rather. Where am I? Orin. Hey, hell's corpses aren't for you to snatch. They're set up for display purposes. What the fuck? Tsukasa. I've been waiting on you for a while, Miss Cursed Tube Fox. Mamizo. If you come to hell whenever you feel like testing your courage, it'll get me into trouble. Yashie. Goodness me, a leader from the animal realm, so you've fallen into hell after all. Saki. Goodness me, a leader from the animal realm, have you forgotten your way home? Yuma. Goodness me, it's a leader from an animal realm, have you gotten tired of former hell already? Suika. Miss Suika, how do you think I could get Lady Zamu's attention? Bit 10. You're still practically a child. It's too soon for you to fall into hell. Inoko. 3 tails, 3 sharp-toothed mouths. You should come along to hell and become our watchdog. Chiari. Is former hell still falling apart? Lady Zamu plans for it to return to nothingness in the end. Hisami. Ouch, my apologies. I wasn't looking in front of me. Zamu. Ah, Lady Zamu, you don't have to go easy on me. Are you in a bad mood? I'm always here if you'd like to step on me. Alright then. That can't be right. That line cannot be right. That has to be some bullshit. Nope, somebody get the Japanese right now and solve that problem, because there's no way that's what she said. There's no fucking way that's what she said. I don't believe it. Nope. No way. No way. And now Zamu. I won! Reimu. You service folk are just as easygoing as the denizens of hell, I see. You've done a good job taking claim for my achievements. Now take my life as well. It's thanks to you that the surface was saved. Do you understand what I'm saying? Marissa. I'll remember you, Marissa Kirisame. We'll meet again after your death. Snai. Even you will become nothing but a pile of bones and fall into the void one day. Okay. Ron. Tell Yukari there's nothingness in her future. Waiting won't do anything to change that. On. Why do you protect the Hakone Shrine? Have you ever stopped to think about that? Nazarene. The search for something is only the first stage of a full life. But it doesn't seem like you'll ever understand that. Satan. Nothingness can come naturally after death. Comes naturally after death. The Lunarians refuse to understand that. Orin. I see everyone's still in high spirits. That's right. It is rather nostalgic. Tsukasa. Keep up your trickery and you won't have to wait until you die to fall into hell. Mamizo. Everything rests in the palm of my hand, even your actions. Don't be conceited. Yashie. Madam Yashie, I have high hopes for you. Aren't you going to conquer the surface without delay? Saki. You're the only ones who can conquer the surface with boasts like that. How could you possibly be so weak? Yuma. You're the one Gensokyo trusts the most. If you can't conquer the surface, then what? Sika. What, did you bring some sake for me as well? Pretend. If you don't become stronger, you'll fall into hell right this instant. Inoko. So how does it feel, fighting against me, that is? Your immortality is a curse that will never be broken. Consider it a present from me. Chiari. Former hell had a better hell of blood pools. Compliance in the new one has been terrible. Hisami. You've been doing fine, but you've been a bit too welcoming recently. Zamu. Everything rests in the palm of my hand. Who are you? Alright. Okay. Yeah, Inoko is immortal, I know. There's been a few references to that at this point. She ate Zamu's flesh and gained the curse of immortality. But she didn't fully awaken until recently. So she's just kind of been chilling in the forest, I guess. And like... yeah, weird. How interesting. Some penis music going on here. Alright, chat. Well, that's all of them. That's all the versus quotes. And what I thought would only take... like 20 minutes at best, took an hour in 20 minutes. Oops. Who would have thrown? Who could have seen that coming? Not me. Never me. It's never been me. But, unfortunately, chat, I don't have time for anything more. But I hope you enjoyed this. I thought it was neat. There was some cool stuff in there. Like, Viten's French fries. The Animal Realm bosses knowing Ron to a certain extent. Hisami wanting to be stepped on. That was pretty cool. But, yeah, I thought there's some surprisingly interesting stuff in the verses. Chiari with Yashie as well is pretty neat. Offering to take Saki to Miko, that was cool. So there actually is a lot of really, like, neat things in there that were unexpected. So, I enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed too. This has been pretty much all of Touhou 19 at this point. And, you know, I liked Touhou 19. I thought it was a solid game, and the new characters are cool, and all the same stuff I said when I beat it last time. But the Omake, getting more characterization is always a treat for me. Also, Reimu slightly mentioning Genshi was pretty cool as well. That was unexpected, to say the least. You don't get a lot of those acknowledgments nowadays, that's for sure. But yeah, there you go, chat. Hope it was fun, because I enjoyed reading it.